Well, g'day everybody and welcome. We are having a squiz at Railroads Online. We've played this before on our channel, but the dev got in contact with me. They have gone into 1.0 release. So congratulations to the devs for doing that. And along with the 1.0 release, they've brought out a new map. I think it's a mess of plains. So I thought we'd have a squiz at it, and there will be a link to this below if you guys want to check it out. This will be going out the week before I go on a little bit of a Christmas break from YouTube for a couple of weeks. So I hope that you enjoy it. Let's go straight into single player. I've got one here where I've been messing around and stuff like that. Now there's a couple of things that you can do in this game. Number one, you can build your rail network from scratch. You can build all of your tracks, all of your switches. It's a little bit like it's kind of a little bit like Transport Fever, but only in the sense of you've got to keep industry running. You've got to be able to deliver goods from a sawmill or from a logging camp to a sawmill. You've got to deliver logs to keep the sawmill running. The sawmill make planks and beams, which are required in another production chain. You've got to be able to transport goods from there to whatever production line that does. There's oil and there's gold and there's just so much stuff in here. And as I said, you can start with just a blank, basically a blank map, and you can lay all of the tracks that you want yourself as you go through and as you build up this industry, which is really, really fantastic. For the lazy people who don't want to do that, you can also have a pre-laid map, which is this button right in the middle here, the one that says pre-laid map. And the pre-laid map basically allows you to, it comes as the map, the same map that you would get if you started without a pre-laid map, but it has all of the tracks already laid. So you can get in there, you can you can get your train, and you can just start carting, start leveling up, and start building up to better trains, higher levels, and all that type of stuff, and moving goods around the industry. We'll have a really good look at it when we get into it. We've got Lake Valley, which is combines three exciting biomes on one map. Explore the vast desert with its cacti and cliffs, a large swamp, and the beautiful hills embedding a mountain lake. We've got Pine Valley. I'm pretty sure that Pine Valley was the original map that came out. I may be wrong about that. Pine Valley's captivating map inspired by the Rocky Mountains. It boasts expansive valleys, towering mountains, and meandering rivers. The name Pine Valley is derived from the abundance of pine trees that grace its landscape. We have Aurora Falls, which is a large map inspired by the landscape of Alaska. Discover mountain lakes, waterfalls, a varied flora, and enjoy the view over breathtaking landscape high in the snowy mountains. Sounds really good. And Mesa Plains is the one that's coming out with that came out with the 1.0 release, which is a desert map with typical rocks and vegetation of the western area of the US. Yeehaw! You'll find a coast as well as huge mountains and some interesting valleys, which is really, really cool. I reckon we might do Aurora Falls, and we're going to do, which is a 36 square kilometer map. So Lake Valley, Pine Valley are 16, Aurora Falls and Mesa Plains are larger. But we're going, or 36, we're going to do the pre-laid map. Let's go in and confirm that. Now, you've got your physics settings on your train. You can derail trains going too fast around corners. You've got industry difficulty. You've got fuel consumption and all that type of stuff. I'm going to leave automatic couplers on at this point in time just for this video. In the other game that I'm playing, I don't do that. I actually couple manually, which is really cool. I'll leave all of this in the default that it's sitting in right now, and we're going to start a game and get stuck into it. But there's a lot of different trains to work up as you work through as you level up. There's a lot of different types of carriages. There's flatbeds, and there's stock carts, and there's just a bit of absolutely everything in here. And the best bet is to go in there and pick an industry that you want to work on and start making money. So a lot of people, I think, go in and they'll grab logs from the logging camp and they'll drop them off at the sawmill. And they'll go back and forth and back and forth. And then once the sawmill is relatively full of stock, then they might look at branching out to whatever uses planks and beams. So, but you can play that in whichever way you want. I think you do start off default with a couple of logging carts. So a couple of carts for logs. So that's probably the best way to go. And here we are. Let's let all of this load up for us. There we go. Right. Lovely. And we are in here, and somewhere in here there's some tracks. You can see the warnings coming up in the bottom left-hand corner. I mean, in the left-hand side, warning you that nothing has, that there's no materials and no resources at any of these production facilities, which is only because we've just started the game. So I don't think we have a train to start off with. There's a little town. You can build your own towns, even on the pre-laid maps. We've got a little bit of a glitch there. Even on the pre-laid maps, you can actually you can start your own towns. You can build your own towns. You can expand your rail network. You can build bridges. You can build tunnels. You can do all of that stuff as well. Over here, we have. It looks like we've got a train yard over here with a couple of trains in it. So we can check that out. I think it'll probably have a turntable on it as well. And we can have a look at what we've got in here train-wise. So here's the turntable right here. And we've got two trains to choose from here. We've got the Baldwin class, which is actually really, really nice. The only thing with the Baldwin class is I cannot for the life of me figure out how to open up this. There we go. Door hatch. You can get up there. I think it was the Baldwin class. And this looks like it's the Shay. Which is actually really, really cool as well. It's a Class A15 Shay, and we could use that as well. So we might actually just go straight into the Baldwin class, I reckon. And we'll have a look at the map. So here's the map here. And on the map you can see that there is different industry everywhere. So we've got a wheat farm over here. We have a logging camp up there. Where is the sawmill? So if that's a logging camp, that's the sawmill there. So you'd be running logs down through here across to the sawmill. We've got a water well over there that provides water. Water has to go, I believe, down to, well, there's a dredge. Water has to go across to here, I believe. They need water, they need hay, and they need wheat. So you can run wheat from here to the cattle farm. You can run water from here to the cattle farm, and then you could run hay from here to the cattle farm as well. You need water and you need fertilizer for that. Where's the fertilizer factory, you ask? Well, it's here somewhere, I'm sure of it. We've got a stamp mill here. We've got a gold smelter there. We've got an iron ore mine, and we've got an iron works. That might be a really good one to start off with, to be honest. Just purely for what it is, but it's a long trip down there around the valley, isn't it? So we may end up, I mean, logging is probably the best one to do to start off with as well. There's a meat packing plant, take cows and I think coal in there. That's a coal mine over there. So there's another good one that we could do. Running through there, grabbing coal, bringing that over here, grabbing cows. But we can't grow cows. There's no cows until such time as you bring all those other resources. So this is multiplayer, guys. Yeah, see, we've got some logging. I think we've got some logging stuff here. We do. We've got a firewood facility, and we've got some logging or some flat cars here that we can put logs on. So, all right, let's get this beast out, shall we? I wonder why I couldn't. I wonder why I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, bloody Earphones turned off. Okay, so there's a couple of ways. There is a couple of ways that you can drive this. You can drive it from this view here by entering, which is no worries, which is easy enough. Probably not a good idea to do it that way. So you've got all of your controllers here, everything that you need. You've got coal in here, which you need to run your train, obviously. And you've got sand and you've got water. This beast over here uses firewood, so we could probably use that for something else. Anyway, at some point in time, you've got your reverser, your brake, and your regulator over here. First thing that we are going to do is ring the whistle because it sounds so good in this. Look at that. Love it. Brake is off. Let's put the regulator on. Let's move the regulator up and we'll roll ourselves out the back. Brake is on 0. There we go. Roll that out the back there. And we'll get him out onto this turntable and we shall turn him around. Listen to that sound. Love it. Absolutely love it. If we can get ourselves out onto here and we'll spin this around, then we'll go in and we'll grab our carts and then we'll head up to the logging industry. Shall we? Now we can probably go out a little bit as well. Let's bring that down. Probably a little bit more, Simi. All right, we'll throw our brake on. Should be enough there to spin us around. Let's jump out of here. The other way you can drive it is in here, which is so fun. It's so fun. It's such good fun being in here and driving. All right, let's head out here. And I think what we've got to do is grab this and rotate clockwise. Spin him around until I think it was this one we came off, wasn't it? Yeah. We'll spin him around until we're lined up there. Pivot the train around. There is a place here that we can get water and coal, which is good, so we can stock up on that as we need. In the ones that use firewood in the burner, you would be stocking up on firewood at a firewood collection spot, which there is one here as well. So have a look at that. Let's see if we can lock this in. Can you get it right? Almost. You can almost get it right. Oh, almost, Simi. Come on. Surely that's good. Yep, that looks pretty good. Let's just make sure that we're okay on this side as well, and we'll roll this beast out. Let's go into first person view there. Down here is your door hatch. You can have a look at what you've got in your firebox. It's 98% full of coal at the moment, which is good. I do think coal is probably a little bit more efficient. We'll move our reverser into forward. We have the brake handle there. Throw a little bit of that in. That's the bell. Where's our whistle? I want to know where our whistle is. All right, we'll get that out. Sounds absolutely amazing. It really does. I don't know where my whistle is. I don't know where the whistle is there. Right, lovely. We'll bring ourselves out. While she's doing that, we'll make sure that these tracks are set up okay. And they are set up okay. We're going to have to go past there. So we'll go in there. We'll jump up in here and we'll probably bring that down a little bit. I don't want to go too fast. Then again, I don't want to go too slow either. Beautiful. Now, as I said, you can derail in this, so you do need to be very, very careful of that, of derailing and stuff. Get him moving a little bit more. And then we've got to head down that track there. So yeah, if you don't want to, if you're not interested in building all of your own tracks and all that type of stuff, then your best bet is to start off with on the pre-laid map, like this one, which is a good thing. It's a good thing if you want to get stuck straight into moving goods and driving your trains around. So get a little bit more. I think we're going around to the left here at the moment. All right. Only because I have to. I really have to. I can't help myself. It does sound beautiful, doesn't it? I think we might almost be okay, and we are. Just inside some coal there. We'll grab that. Bring our brake on. I think that brake there might be on, and it is. There we go. That's why it's taken so long. So we're going around this way, and then we're going around that way. So let's go and grab our switch. You can change these switches from the map if you so desire. So it's worth noting. And let's chuck her in reverse. Chuck her in reverse. Let's move the regulator into the reverse position. Bring this back, and you'll notice that we move a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the vehicle here this time. There we go. Big old steam engine. Gotta love it. Gotta absolutely love it. Bring you back on again. It's kind of nice driving in first person, and it's kind of really, really nice driving out here as well. Bring that back a little bit so that we can see the whole train for you. And I need to move back here. It's got a caboose on it, so, you know, like as I said, it is a multiplayer game. And you can play. I've started single player here, but you can play multiplayer, which is quite fun. I've played multiplayer on this with the community on stream, and it is really enjoyable, guys. Really enjoyable. What we want to do is bring that in nice and slowly. We are definitely we're going uphill, so and it will auto couple. And I would hope that all of those other ones are coupled as well. Just bring him back in. Nice and easy there. And we should be coupled with everything. Try and bring him back a little bit more. And couple with the caboose maybe. That's it right there. Let's put our brake on. We'll bring our regulator down, and we'll jump out of here, and we'll make sure that all of the brakes are off on these carriages. That's on 0. That's good. That brake there is on 0 as well. That one's on 0 as well. We haven't coupled with that. Okay, so we still need to, when we haven't coupled with that, and we haven't coupled with that. This one's on 0 as well, and this one here, where is the brake on this one? Up here. We'll put the brakes on 100% there, so we'll bring him back just a little bit more. Over we go, and let's jump in and do it from this view, shall we? What you can do as well, if you want to, is not do that. what you can do if you want to as well is you can move down carriages like so. There's the end right there. So let's turn that off. Let's give a little bit of oomph there. Why is that showing? Why is that showing that everything's coupled? Maybe there's a little bit of a graphical glitch there. Let's move forward a little bit. Yep, everything is coupled apparently, despite the fact that those couplers aren't. That must be a little bit of a glitch. All right, so what we need to do now that we've got everything coupled, is we need to, you can go across to each carriage as well, is we need to see exactly where we want to go, because we want to actually head up to the sawmill. So if we go in here and have a squiz, we probably want to go, we need to go up here, or sorry, the logging camp. So we want to make sure that that there is to there, and it is. We want that one to be to there. We want that one to be across to there. You can go over that way, and you guys are fine. So we're good with the rest of those. Beautiful. Our map is set. Let's jump in and let's get moving, shall we? Brake off, regulator on. We'll start moving. Got to keep your eye on your resources here, and you've also got to obviously keep your eye on your speed, and dependent on what tracks you're moving around on. So while we're moving through, the other thing that we didn't do, guys, which you should have reminded me, was we didn't remove the brake line on here. The brake on the caboose is on, so we need to make sure that that's off. Lovely. There we go. The other thing that I do as well, guys, and I'll show you now in the settings, if we go into options and we go into gameplay, I like to, let's make sure that it's first thing in the morning, like that. Day cycle on, but I like day length to be up really, really high. So this is in minutes. So I go up really, really high on this. You know, something like that. And then I go really low on the night, because the night looks absolutely magnificent, guys. It looks brilliant, right? But for YouTube, it's not very good. Okay, cool. Break off. There we go. And regulator on. And you can see we're getting a little bit of speed up now. Bring the regulator down a bit. Let's let it cruise in there, and we'll see how we're going. As I said, you don't want to. We've got physics set to easy. You don't want to be overdoing your corners and stuff, so you've got to be really, really careful with that. There's good signposting here for when you are moving along in your train. Signposting allows you to know where tracks actually go and stuff, which is good. There's no speed signage or anything like that, so which is a little bit disappointing. But if we have a look here, you'll see postings telling you what direction and where tracks actually go. You can see the refinery's to the left and the logging camp is to the right. And off we go. Beautiful. Should be able to get a good load of logs here. We'll have to bring that down a little bit because I believe we're going to the left up here, so we need to be a little bit careful going around there. I might switch. We'll bring the speed down a little bit. 10 miles an hour should be all right. No, we're going straight ahead. All right, cool. That goes to the wheat farm over there. But I think they've done really well on this. We'll have a look at a little bit of track building in a sec as well, so that I can show you a bit of track building. I want to show you as much as I possibly can in the first run, like in this having a squiz, purely so you guys can get to see exactly what you can do in the game. So we go up, we go 20 miles an hour, up a little bit of a hill here. Can't help myself with that whistle. Now we've got a pretty sharp bend coming up over here. While you're building your tracks, you can chop trees down. So probably want to go around this at about 10 miles an hour. Oil field up to the right there. Logging camp and up to a 4.5% grade going up here. Lovely. Put a little bit of power in. We do have a sander down here. Probably going to need to look at chucking a bit of coal in here as well. Get our heat up. The regulator's at 77%, so we can pick up coal. There we go. Pick up some coal. Throw that in there. Pick up a little bit more and throw that in there. And as you can imagine, you know, if you're playing this in multiplayer, you know, in some of the bigger trains, some people could be doing this. Right, beautiful. That was a steep grade right there. Need to be a little bit careful here because we're not on a grade anymore. And it is very easy to derail. Beautiful. Got another grade coming up here as well. Okay, we are moving into the logging area. Now it looks like we grab our logs from the other side. We'll have to have a squiz. I'll have to have a look. Yes, I believe we grab our logs from that side. No, we grab our logs from here. All right, so this is where doing this is a good thing. Moving back, we need to move into here. Now, one of the beauties about this is, there we go. We'll stop there. One of the beauties about this is you can, if you so desire, you can actually load these from here, and you'll see I hovered over that and I hit space. The other thing that you can do if you're more into the simulation is to go into here and click on that, and it will load your freight for you as well. So there we go. So it will load those trailers up. Go into there, and we've got one more happening there, and we'll bring the other trailers through. So Be these two, I reckon. Yes, indeed, it will be. All right, let's move that. Move forward a little bit. A little bit of weight on there as well. And we'll stop you about there. There we go. Lovely. Hover over that, hit space. Hover over that and hit space. Are you going? Hello, are you going? There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go back this way. We'll grab that and we'll let that load up as well. And there we go. We are fully loaded. So let's have a look at the map. What we need to do is we need to take all of this down to... we need to take all of this across to the sawmill. So to do that, we're going to come back... To do that, we're going to come back down this track. We're going to go down through here. We're going to turn around there so that we can go around this way. And then we're going to turn around there. We're going to head in this direction. Now, where is the sawmill? The sawmill is up through there, I believe. We're going to make sure that we're going that way and that we're going that way, which we are. Up through here to the sawmill. Sawmill is right there, so this one here needs to go to there. We'll go across here, and we'll go in here, and I think the drop-off point... We'll have a look for the drop-off point when we get here, I think, just to see. We've got firewood and water there, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be over here. So we'll turn that switch over to there, like so. And I reckon it'll be in here, so that allows us to go there, so we can turn our map off, and we can get back into our little... train here, and we can actually head off now. So let's put a little bit of that in, bring the train down, bring the brake off. There we go. Lovely. Don't want to go too fast there, but we've got our first load. So I thought I'd bring you back while I was on my way down to the sawmill. We're actually going down this precariously windy down into this valley here. So we're slowly making our way down. But I'm trying to sort of, because of the bends and the curves and stuff, I'm trying to sort of maintain a little, like a certain amount of speed. I don't want to go too much over 10 miles an hour. I don't want to gain too much momentum as we move down here into the valley. But once we get to the bottom, we should be able to. But there was a couple of coming right through here over there where my mouse cursor is and stuff. There was a couple of really tight bends there as well, which kind of worried me a little bit. But luckily, I've been maintaining speed all the way down, which was good. Right. Okay, there we go. We should be okay now to take that off and put a little bit of oomph in, because I think we're back down on the flat now. It'd be pretty bloody crazy taking a really long train down there. I mean, this is short in comparison to what you can do. And taking a massive load back up again would be pretty crazy as well. Absolutely crazy. Okay, we've got another bend coming up here. We'll just drop our regulator off just a little bit. Let's see how much we've got in there. 85%. Pick up some more coal. Throw it in. Shovel some more coal in there. Coming to this bend, we're doing... I don't know how fast we're going. We should be alright going around there, I reckon. We should be alright going through here. I might just slow us down a little bit. Might just slow us down a little bit. The sawmill's over there, and we've got a little bridge that we're going across as well, which is pretty cool. Let's get in there and have a look at this little bridge. Not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. What's down there? The iron mine, I think, was down there. Looks like this is the sawmill over here, so we'll head across here. Look at this lovely bridge. So you can build bridges. You can build really large bridges, in fact, in this, and we'll get into the building stuff in a sec. As soon as we get over here and drop our stuff off. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at... I'll just bring the regulator down. We'll go into our map and we'll have a look at where the water is. So I'm guessing it's this track here. So we're going to have to go around, which is what we're doing. We're going to have to go into here and we're going to have to go that way, I believe. Right, cool. Cool. Throw the regulator back on again. Get a little bit of speed. It'll be over here somewhere that we've got to drop everything into the water. I hope I'm in the right spot. But it is a good idea to get into here and get onto one of the pre-laid maps, just so that you can see how the devs have laid out their lines and how they've laid out their turnarounds and all of that type of stuff as well, because it gives you a really good idea for when you're starting to build your own. So I reckon it is over there. I do hope it's over there. Otherwise we're going to have to come back around again as well, which is okay. Log pond, there you go. That's where we're going, to the log pond. The lumber loop is around there, and lumber loading is in there, where we can load our lumber. So we can load beams and planks in there and take those over to different areas. So that's the log pond and that's the log loop. Lovely. And there it is, beautiful. We're going to go down the line a little bit, and we're going to line this up with that, and drop these into the log pond. Now we can we could leave our we can leave carriages and stuff in these sidings here, which would be really cool if you want to. There we go. We'll throw you off there. Oh, nice work, Simi. All right, so we should be able to hit space on that, or maybe enter. Oh, no. Are we on that? Oh, no, we're not actually on that trailer. That's why. We'll hit enter on that. Should start dropping them off. There we go. Lovely. And we can do this outside as well. Hit enter on that. Move to the next one. Hit enter on that. Enter on there. And we'll go back up there. And enter on that as well. Lovely. All right, brake is on full. Yep, brake is on full, which is good. And all of those logs have gone. So what you'll notice now is that that there's 21 logs in there that we have delivered, and they will go through, and they will go up here and be processed. And as they're processed, they'll be turned into beams, wooden beams, and which are there, and wooden planks. At the moment, there's 10 beams in there, and there's 12 lumber. So they're not calling them planks. So that's it there, guys. Okay, so the couple of things that I did want to show you before we go, and then if we have a look at, excuse me, if we go into P, you can have a look in here, and you can see that that we don't have an employer, but we have $2,288. So we got $288 for transporting those logs, and we could go back and grab another load, bring that down, go grab another load and bring that down. We also got 288 experience as well, which is moving us up to towards level 2. There we go. Okay, so if we go into B, I can actually show you the locomotives that we have. You can have a look at the locomotives that we've that are available in the game. This is the Porter. This is the 9-ton Porter instead of the 8-ton Porter, which was what I spent a lot of time in the initial stages of when the game came out. We've got the D and RGW class 25. I think it's the Montezuma, which is a beautiful looking little train there as well. We have the Shay, which is actually pretty cool. It gives you ideas on what they run on, you know, how much they weigh, tractive effort, and all that type of stuff, as well as what gauge they run on. These came out in 1884, and that's actually not too bad a unit to use. Then we've got the Ferries and Cliff House, the 10 mile, which again is another bloody beautiful train, isn't it? Zoom out a little bit. We've got the Baldwin right there, which is the Eureka. Again, another beautiful looking train. We've got the Bell's Gap RR number 1. That's a Baldwin as well. Baldwin class 10. I really like this one. This one's pretty cool. A pretty good looking one there. The Mogul, which again is a really, really nice train. I'd love to work up to this. I don't know. I just really, really like it. I really, really like it. This is a Unitar, which isn't too bad either. They all have the snow scoops, I think, aren't they? Snow plows. Some people say that they're. Some people like to joke and say that they're for knocking cows off, but they also do knock cows off and stop the train from running over cows when they're on tracks as well. The Class 37 Armill Heisler, very interesting looking train, but that'd be a good one to try out as well. The next one is is another Baldwin when we're getting up to sort of higher class ones, the Ruby Basin. We've got the Cook Consolidation right there. Class B Climax, kind of a little bit like the Shay, isn't it? We've got the Class 70, complete with the flags there. It'd be nice if those flags weren't so stiff. I don't know whether they were in real life. We've got the Baldwin. We've got a Lima Consolidation. Is a beautiful looking train. I nearly said beautiful. Is a beautiful looking train for the stuff that you know, for hauling cargo and stuff. Class 125 is there, which is another bloody good looking train. The snowplow, the rotary snowplow. Check that out. That is so cool. That is so cool. I didn't even know that they had this in here, actually. You get in there and you roll from there. And you're obviously looking out the side. That is really, 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 really cool. And the Unitar there, which is a massive beast. That really is a massive beast. Absolutely massive beast. All right. In regards to different types of carriages that we can have, obviously these are These are what we sort of start off with, which are logging flat cars. That's a logging. Well, that's a flat car that can take other stuff as well. That one there is a stake flat car. We've got the bulkhead flat car. We've got a low side gondola. Got another medium gondola. We've got a high side gondola, and a box car there. For should you wish to have your bum, your local hobo ride in your box car. A tank car. That one takes crude oil. That one takes water. That's actually a wooden barrel, isn't it? That one there is a log car, which is a little bit larger for when you really when you really get advanced in the game as well. That's a 29-foot log car, flat car, a staked flat car. We've got passenger coaches as well. I don't know where we take passengers from, but I'd love to do passenger runs. A side dump. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So that's for gold, iron, and coal. We've got a bulkhead flat car there for cordwood, straw bale, and oil barrels. We've got the bobber caboose. Gotta love the bobber caboose. Got the way car, a snow plow, which is really, really cool. We ain't got the snow on there. We also have a hopper car there. We can do iron and coal in these as well. A big water tank car, which takes a big load of water. Another tank car for crude oil. This one's for crude oil as well. This one will take tools, grain, and seed pallets in this box car. A ventilated box car will take meat. The stock car will take cattle and tools, which is really, really cool. So that'd probably be versatile. There's a gondola, the high side gondola. And we've got a Central Colorado. That takes refined gold and gold ingots. So that's the car that the bank robbers in cowboy movies. That's the car that the bank robbers in cowboy movies would rob, basically, or go after. So that's the last one there for taking gold, refined gold, and gold ingots. That's where all the money comes from. So that's what we've got inside those. Now, in regards to laying tracks, I just wanted to let's just have a little bit of a squiz at laying tracks. So to lay tracks, we basically go into G, and here we've got facilities, so we can do sand houses, coal towers, engine sheds, telegraph offices. I don't know what the telegraph office does at this point in time. I don't know whether there's actually a purpose to it, but there probably is. We've got a firewood facility and stuff like that for fueling up your car, fueling up your train. We've got different production facilities here. We've got refineries and coal mines and iron ore mines and freight deposits. Now, I'm not sure whether these iron ore mines, I'm guessing they can only be placed in specific spots. You couldn't necessarily do that. And you'll see here, it says 1 of 3. But yeah, I reckon they would have to go up against a thing. I don't think you could just dump it in the middle of nowhere. What else have we got in there? We have props, so signs, whistle signs, highway signs, derail signs, railroad crossing and junctions, yard limits, stops, slows, text, like alternative text signs so that you can actually sign that yourself. And then we've got buildings that we can build towns and stuff around as well. Churches and all that type of stuff, so you can build all of your own you can build all of your own sort of towns and stuff, and you can there's a lot of little bits and pieces here that you can throw around as well, which are really, really cool. So that's all of the stuff that we've got into there. Now, train tracks, we've got rail tracks, we've got right switches, left switches, stub switches, which are 3-way switches. We've got crossovers, bumpers, We've got embankments, turntables, bridges, and walls. So the walls are kind of, you know, it would be like a stone wall with the rail up high. In each of these, there are different options. So you can see here, track with low ballast, track with low ballast with snow for if you're building in the snow, medium ballast, and high ballast. So that'll go up to sort of 10 meters high, depending on where you're running it and what you're actually doing. Then we've got track without ballast as well. In the switches, you've got right switches. You've got right switches with the ballast, right switches without ballast, with a left switch stand, and you can do right switch stands as well, as you can see there, the right and left switch. Crossovers, there's a few. As you can see, there's a 90-degree crossover and there's a 45-degree crossover, which are very, very handy to do. Bumpers, there's just snow and no snow in there. Turntables, you've got a couple of different turntables here. The turntable 3 is like the, I think like the one. No, turntable 1 was like the one that we actually did before, isn't it? Yeah, it was. So I'm assuming when you place that on the ground, which I'm not going to do, then it will actually do its, you know, it'll dig the ground out. That's what I was looking for. Wrong button there. Laying track is relatively simple. If we just grab some track with ballast and stuff like that, then oh no, didn't want to do any of that. Sorry. Use the track you want to copy. I didn't actually want to do that. I accidentally did that. We go back into here and we hit that. Laying track is relatively simple. You can adjust your curves and the rate of your curves and all that type of stuff. And you can place. You can hold down control if you just want a piece of straight track like that. So we'll just drop that down there, and then you can see the link, the chain link there, which actually links it to that. So that's basically what laying your track is like. Doing other stuff. For example, if you wanted to lay, hang on a sec. Okay, and then putting switches in basically. So if we wanted to put a 3-way switch in there, it's basically finding that link there and throwing that down. And that's basically how you build your tracks. And you can build some really, really, really complex yards if you so desire. You can, yeah. There's plenty of stuff to do in Railroads Online, guys. It's been released into version 1.0. You know, and as I said, I suggest you probably start with a with one that's already made that has all the pre-laid tracks in it, just so you can see. You know, just by having a look at the map and stuff, you can actually see how they've laid things out and get a bit of an idea on that and how they do that. So at any particular time, if you want to, don't think I can visit there. It'd be nice if I could, but at any particular time, if you want to purchase carriages or anything like that, you can do so by going into where your carriages are, which is up here. And say for example we wanted to purchase maybe another one of those that'll take logs and steel pipes maybe, then you can actually order that here. There's $200 and it'll just drop in there. And then you can come and hook it up basically. So it's Railroads Online, guys. I hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas and a good time while I'm having a little bit of a break. I hope you've enjoyed this first look. I know it's a little bit long, but there's so much to show in this, and I've only kind of scratched the surface. I've given you an overview of the game. So take care, guys. Be safe, and I will speak to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.